We get somebody to
turn off the music for back here.
Oh.
All right, if he was instead over there, I could.
Two. I've got the chapel to go for a prayer.
Almighty God, Father of all mankind and Judge over nations, we pray thee to guide our work in this meeting and in all our days. Send thy peace to our nation and to all nations. Hasten the fulfillment of thy promise of peace that shall have no end. We pray for those who serve the people and God the public welfare, that by thy blessings they may be enabled to discharge their duties honestly and well. We pray for our comrades that by thy help they may observe the strictest justice, keep alight the fire of freedom, strive earnestly for the spirit of democracy, and preserve untarnished loyalty to our country and to thee. Finally, O God of mercy, we ask thy blessing and comfort to those comrades who are suffering mental and physical disability. Cheer them and bring them the blessings of health and happiness. Amen.
Amen. Please join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance.
United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I call your attention to the empty chair now placed at all official meetings of the American Legion, which serves as a symbol of the many American POW MIAs still unaccounted for from wars and conflicts involving the United States of America. It is a reminder for all of us to spare no effort to secure the release of any American prisoners from captivity, the repatriation of the remains who died bravely in defense of liberty, and a full accounting of those missing. Let us rededicate ourselves to this vital endeavor. Will the Post 91 Master at Arms please place the flag on the empty chair? Governor. Please recite the preamble to the Constitution of the American Legion. For God and country, we associate ourselves together for common purposes. To defend the Constitution of the United States of America, to maintain law and order, to foster and perpetuate the uproots of America, to preserve the memories and justice of our association and all to inculcate the sentiments and obligations to community safety, combat the atrocities of the Americans, make the right of life, promote peace and goodwill on earth, the safeguard and transmit the prosperity principles of justice and human rights. I now declare this meeting of the Morris County Committee, Pond, New Jersey, regularly convened. Adjutant, please conduct a roll call of officers.
Commander David Marciano.
Present.
Department Vice Commander Ellis Marple, excused.
He's not sure.
DEC Kramer.
Present.
Finance Officer Jim Stolte.
Present.
Vice Commander Bergen excused. Vice Commander Sabal.
Here.
Vice Commander Michaels.
Here.
Vice Commander March. This was last year's. You're a commander now. Vice Commander Connors, present. Vice Commander Norris Akhmetov.
Here.
Appointed officers. Adjutant Connors here. Master at Arms Brain is excused. Service Officer Julio Diosis here. Judge Advocate Howard Lipitor. Here. Historian Dennis Pecora.
Here.
Chaplain Mike Murphy. Here. Roll call of the posts. Post 27. Post 27. Post 43.
Yeah, 1.
Post 59.
6.
Post 91. 8. Post 124. Post 124. Post 154. 3. Post 155. Post 155. Post 175. 0. Post 242. 242. Post 245. 3. Post 249. 1. Post 279. 2. Post 312. 0. Post 312. Post 315. Post 315. Post 342. 1. Post 344. 1. Post 390. 1. Post 421. Post 421. Post 423. 4. Post 450.
3.
That concludes the roll call, sir. We do have a quorum where the 5 posts have provided attendees. 25% of the posts reporting present.
So I'm deferring the reading of the minutes as I don't have the minutes for what would have been April. My computer is in the shop with a virus got from it. What they are assuring me is not any email that we resolved in. There have been some emails going out. People called me saying I told them to call me, and I didn't. So we're checking on that, and I will present those minutes in an email and have a vote on those next month, and hopefully not have any problems with email after that. DEC Kramer, do we have any guests tonight?
No guess.
Officer reports. DEC Kramer. Go ahead, sir.
I apologize in advance. I have a little bit more than I usually do, but there's a lot going on. And the light, you know, it was the summer. Imagine. Okay, so first off, and please bring this back to your post. Boise State is going to have a meeting for post Boise State chairs and a meeting and training at Rider University on the 20th of September. I think it's at 6. Dave has the email, which he can forward to you. Okay, I have the email I can show to you. But 20th September, things like the proper way to do the applications, etc., will be discussed. I've not been pre-briefed on it. I'm just telling you that's out there. They announced it a couple days ago.
September 20th.
September 20th.
And you said 6
Wednesday,
p.m.?
So I think it's at 6. It's a dinner meeting.
We'll get the information out in email and on the.
It takes about an hour from here, not during rush hour. So coming back will take an hour.
It's at Rider University.
Rider University, where we hold Boise State. Okay, for your information, past department commander, past NEC, Chuck Robbins, aka Big Red, is our nominee to be national vice commander next year. There may be some fundraising that'll be involved during this year, but at next year's convention, we expect him to become national vice commander. Big deal. We haven't had one in a long time. Harold knows of our last one. I think it was Rakestraw, and I guess he was sick the whole year. So we had a black mark on our record, and they want us to give them a good one, and we are. So, Harold, do I need to add anything on there? Okay, fair enough. Who's our rep on Americanism?
Bruce.
Bruce, okay. I don't read. Okay. They're looking for a coloring contest. They want to have something to use for the coloring contest. if you have something or can get something, or if anybody has anything to give to him, he can get it to his guy within the next month, to Frank Landis. We good? Okay, so here's an issue that some of you know has been happening. I know that Commander Marciano knows. There's been some issues with people jumping the chain of command. We were all in the military, we know what chain of command is. People from posts are calling national because of a problem in their post. Okay, we had multiple just last week. Please get this out to your people. If they have an issue with the post, try and resolve it through the post first. If they can't do it in the post, come to county. Don't go to state, don't go to national. We've had plenty of people go to the state. We've had plenty of people go to national. I know of two that went to state in the last week? We had two within about 3 days, 2 days. And actually both are here tonight. But don't go to national for this kind of stuff or state. Come talk to us. And the funny thing is, in both the ones that they went to the department, it's not even stuff that the county can do. It's stuff that has to be handled within the post. It's nothing that needs any resolution outside of county for sure. So please get that out to your people.
The problem, Will, is one of the posted questions refuses to run into the house.
I understand. Then they come to county, not to national. There may be some kind of mobile training on 28 October. That's the plan for some kind of mobile training, like what we do at Legion College. They're trying to take some kind of training on the road. Don't know what it's going to be yet, but if you
Was that the membership?
no, membership's going to be before that. That's going to be at Dave's post in September.
Yeah, I'll present that during.
But there's going to be some other kind of training coming up. Don't know the shape of it yet, but you may want to try to block off October 28th. And bear with us on membership. We're already starting, but just remember that the way membership works is department doesn't credit us with membership until they have the money. So while I encourage everyone to pay direct to national electronically, just understand until they get a check from national, they don't credit you with it. But that's the right way to do it. And over time, that's going to get better. The sooner you get on able to do it and not spend money, waste money on postage, the better off we're all going to be. Questions, comments? See, that didn't take that long.
Questions?
Yes, sir.
I went up on site, tried to download my labels for my membership.
Yep.
They only gave me members, not paid up for life members.
Right.
I think that's been a problem with you.
There's an issue right now, just like on the rosters that they sent out. Puffles are, you can find out who your puffles are.
Oh, of course.
And you can make up bottom line. If I were running your membership, if I were your membership guy,
You don't need to be, I am.
well, if I were running a post membership at this time, I would do what I did back when I did run post membership, which was make a spreadsheet and had all that information on all my members locally.
I do, but I just like to
make my own damn labels because I didn't like what they did.
No, I make my own labels, but I just wanted to point out that with the computers today, there shouldn't be that issue.
Yes, I agree.
Thank you.
And the length of time lag between getting credit for a membership shouldn't be either. I agree.
That's okay. I know.
Well, that issue's been brought up firstly by me. Okay.
No, that's
Because I know the right answer how to fix it. So anybody else?
First,
I was gonna bring it up later, but since we're talking about membership and the national going through my legion and all that. I am the membership chairman, senior vice commander at my post.
Right.
All that paperwork was sent forward months ago. I've been trying to log on to My Legion to pull down the roster, the couple I mentioned a couple of weeks ago and everything. No matter what I try, I get the message, access denied, access denied, access denied. I can't log on. I can look at my own name and everything on the My Legion, but I tried pulling up a roster.
Do they show on your name? Do they show that you're the membership chair?
Has to be done by the admin.
Right, Admiral Commander. Admiral
They
Commander.
have nothing to do with membership.
Doesn't matter. They're the only ones. Yeah. Exactly, I was just on it. Put your username on there, your password, okay? Then they're gonna send you a security code on the phone or an email, okay? And, oh, actually it's email. And then you gotta put that security code in there, and then you get to mylegion.org. It's only by the commander or the admin.
I'm not the post commander, I'm not the admin, I have all the membership.
You can't do it. I know.
Bruce,
I'm not doing membership.
Bruce,
Wait a minute, stay with this question.
Bruce, your adjutant is supposed to be able to grant you permissions. If he won't, Baker can. John Baker.
Okay.
As long as, you know, he's the first question he's gonna ask. And he's gonna wanna make sure that they have on your post officer form that you have membership. If that's on the post officer form, he should have no trouble giving you access to your post membership stuff. So get Baker to do it. If you need help with that, Mr. Connor, do you have the ability? Can you do it in your adjutant spot? I don't think you can.
I haven't been able to file.
Okay.
When are they going to state change previous commander and adjutant? Our new adjutant cannot get on, paperwork's been in for about a month now.
You gotta call down and call John Baker.
We'll get you
He
his
can change
contact
it.
information during the meeting.
I've got it. I've got his phone number. But Baker's office, so Tricia could probably do it, but Baker's the right person. If you've got your post officer form and it's in, and they have it, they should have no trouble changing that over. It's their mistake.
It took them,
I'd go.
I just went out as adjutant. I was adjutant for 2 years.
Right.
I just got noticed as adjutant this year. And I'm now the commander. So it's getting, I mean.
Yeah, at the end of the meeting, see us, we'll get you both email addresses. See if they can
It
fix it.
doesn't make sense. Nothing's working.
I know, I've talked to you guys, there's a couple other people in the same situation where things don't get updated.
You're supposed to be.
And this is not a new problem,
And
unfortunately.
it's not a question of the posts not turning in the reports or the county's not turning in.
Well, sometimes.
Sometimes, but
They're good.
we've been
They pull
writing,
that.
been writing for it on the post to turn in those reports. And they're complaining to us that they're turning in their reports and that the changes are not being made.
I know, and see, that's the problem. You said you go through the chain of command, so if now you're saying call John Baker, when I should be talking
Well, you
to.
came to us first, and we're telling you.
I haven't been granted access as the county head.
That would be. I got it here, we'll get those emails out, the information out.
Didn't think that long.
No, thank you,
Can I-
DC
can I
Craig.
Here's my suggestion. Instead of doing this on one basis,
Good
of a
idea.
meeting like this, you guys have problems. My email is paulconnors1325@gmail. When you start running into these problems, just drop me an email. I'll start collecting them if necessary. And, we'll create a master list of why these problems are happening, where they're happening, when they're happening. And then we'll filter it back up the chain of command so that we'll have documentary proof that this stuff is not being resolved. Talking about it one post at a time is not getting it done. Please use my email.
Actually, before you leave tonight, make a list.
Yeah.
Before everybody leaves tonight,
Come
let's
see
get
me.
everybody that's got a problem right now, and we'll try to batch it.
Okay, batch all this stuff. And that's throughout the rest of the year too. I mean, if you guys have a problem, you'll have my email address. If it's administrative and personnel related, we'll batch all this stuff and then we'll push it up the chain of command.
There's another question. We're not about national. Why does national keep deceased members on the list for 5 years?
So they list them as deceased, so they do show that they're deceased, but can't tell you.
They're doing it for head count.
So like when you go on, you see all your membership,
Oh, yeah.
the number, you have to go to active members to see who's
Oh, yeah,
not
we
deceased
do.
or expired.
But still.
I've been wondering that.
But if there are people, they get money. They don't, from what I was told and through going through this system, if you're fruitful and you're deceased, they keep you on the list because they still get their money. But then the state says you got an extra
Yeah,
person.
but if they're a pupil, they've already paid their money.
They paid their
upfront.
money.
Right, I know.
Yeah, the state,
I'm a pupil, I paid a fee and I was done.
Why don't they
you
take them
got
out?
a hand up in the back, Harold?
The gentleman, I think is wrong. If you don't play for 2 years, you're off that roster. You're not on there for 5 years, 2 years. You're off the roster. Look at your roster. If you don't pay your dues for 2 years,
No,
you're not in the problem.
The green bar chart, yes. The online roster, I think it's 3 or 4 years. Might be 5. Chicago.
We'll be up here at the end, see us, we'll get this list going and try and push it up through us. Vice Commander reports, Vice Commander Michaels, you have a report, sir?
No, I don't.
Thank you.
I'll discuss convention later on, what I found out.
Okay. Vice Commander Norris, do you have a report, sir?
No, sir.
Vice Commander Sable, do you have a report, sir?
Yes. Monday, I'm going to a meeting with Mikey Sherrill, and we're going to talk about veterans, events that are going on in our county, and we're pushing for the vet center in Morris County. So that's what I'm going to go there. I'll be representing you guys, and we're going to be talking to her about what's happening with the vet center in Morris County, and we're pushing for it. That's it, sir.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Vice Commander Carnes, do you have a report, sir?
Yes, I'm going to briefly address the issue that was brought up about the issues of breaking the chain of command. One of the posts involved is my home post. There was a question of an assault against a bartender by a member of that post. There's also a retired field grade officer of the United States Army, specifically a lieutenant colonel. That officer and his wife have instigated a transfer to another post in the county, and I won't mention that post here. That individual, who's a member of the Legion and a retired U.S. Army officer, is the person who has broken the chain of command and then sent backup documentation through county to department and to national. The individual in question threatened to sue Post 344, Morris County American Legion, and department and national headquarters. The leadership of 344 thought that that issue was resolved simply by the initiation of a transfer from one post to another. Apparently, that individual didn't see it the same way, and it's now brought, I would say, ignominy and infamy on Post 344 and Morris County American Legion. On the one hand, the Legion can say, you have to do this stuff at the post level. My post 344 has failed to do that. If this type of thing happens, your post leadership, your executive committee, under the guidance of the commander, needs to take positive action to nip these problems in the bud at the lowest level of the chain of command possible. We all know that from having worn the uniform, whether it was Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, or Coast Guard. Good commanding officers do not fob off their problem children on unsuspecting commanders. And All right, so we don't do that. Please remember, if you have a problem, such as an assault in the bar, those events can cost hosts their licenses, can cost them their tax exempt status. And then we lose a post. And also disgrace is brought on the Legion in this county and in the state. It's my post. I'm ashamed to have to report this, but I'm telling you the story without mentioning names so that you understand the gravity of what is going on there. You've got a leadership team that failed to do what was necessary, which was to suspend that retired lieutenant colonel. Instead, they gave him a letter of reprimand. That individual is suffering from major PTSD. He also drinks too much. And when he does, he gets violent. Sooner or later, that violence could come back and haunt all of us. So if you have problems like this, deal with it. Be the leaders that we're all supposed to be and deal with it. If you need help drafting language for suspensions and things like that, I've done that in the past. I'd be more than willing to help any post commanders or adjutants who need assistance with the writing of those letters and other correspondence. Does anybody have any questions? I will not reveal any names. Any questions? That's all I have, sir.
Thank you, sir, for your report. Vice Commander Brian Bergen is excused. Finance Officer, do you have a report, sir?
Yes, sir. Oh, give me a minute. I'm not. Okay. We had a VCF, which was the Veterans and Children's Fund. The balance is 0. We paid 100% through all the posts. So the state knows that everything is taken care of, so all the money is down here. On the opening balance for the savings account, we had $16,357.57. We made $2.08 in interest. Our closing balance is $16,359.65. And the checking account, our opening balance is $5,682.29. I didn't write out any checks and I didn't receive any money, so it stays the same, $5,682.29. The Commander's Project, as of tonight, $4,728.33. Gentlemen, I was brought to my attention by a couple of members that they wanted to know if I would do anything as far as PayPal and stuff like that for when I send out their per capita. I will not. I never had a problem. I've been doing this for 7 years. It takes $6 for me to send out the envelopes. It takes you 60 cents in an envelope to send me a check back. There's never a problem, and I've had no problems whatsoever. When we start getting involved with that, things are going to change, and I don't want to make the change, and I'm sorry. Like I said, I've been 100% every year with the per capita and the rehab, doing it the way I've been doing it. It's been done that way since day one. We've never made a change, and we've never had a problem. So if there's anybody that doesn't want to pay us by check, they want to do it by PayPal or something, I will not accept that. And I'm sorry. Just mail me a check. Everybody has checks.
Can I add something, Joe?
Yes.
There's a good reason why he's saying he will not do it. It's not that he's absolutely refusing to. We cannot, because PayPal takes a percentage of the transmitted funds. So if your post were to pay, if we were to do that, the Legion would lose money because they're going to take a cut of every transaction that goes through PayPal.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anybody have a problem with that? Okay. I got to get my report accepted.
I make a motion that we accept the treasury report subject to audit.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion passed. Thank you, Jim, for your report.
All right.
Who seconded, please? That motion,
Christine.
So I made the motion.
Dominic seconded.
Service officer, you have a service officer report.
Yes, sir. We talk about the Fat Act. I'm pretty sure you all heard about it. It's all over the news. So this Monday coming up at 6:30. We're gonna have, there's a meeting up at post 423. There's gonna be a speaker, Bradley Christensen there from the New Jersey Department of Military over there. Is going to be able to talk about. And this is not just the being a vet. You got the Gulf veterans that also have problems. People that went to Bosnia. They're also wearing bits over there. You're all welcome to come there and listen to this guy talk about it and give you a better idea of what you need to do. So I'm going to give you some flyers there so everybody can hustle.
If there's anybody from the post, your service officers, even anybody, whether they can get those benefits or not to learn about, so they can help the other people in the post, it's very confusing. It's a lot of information. The person speaking knows everything about it, they'll be able to help. On a side note, Morris County Auxiliary. President Reyes wanted to set this meeting up. So it was quite hard to get it going, so we have some people there. That would be great. A lot of important information.
I don't have to.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Chaplain, you have a report, sir?
No,
Judge Advocate, sorry.
I keep getting emails about that food for warriors. I don't know whether, I know we donated last year to it. I got an email from the state chaplain and he's very involved with it. And to date, last number I saw was 400,000 pounds of food that was distributed. They're still very active at McGuire Air Force Base, but getting stuff from the commissary, giving it to the McGuire troops. I don't know whether we want to still do anything or make a check and get involved.
In Jack, we're actually sending the hard goods down there.
Last year we sent the check, because we just learned about it last year. And we sent the check last year. It's only a couple $100.
Want me to check?
I mean, if it was possible to get,
Is that the single family and stuff like that?
It's more for family.
it's family.
There's an issue at some other bases, not just Middlesex County, in addition to helping food warriors. So what's a bigger problem, believe it or not, is unaccompanied at small bases. I mean, I don't know what's happening at Picatinny because there's no chow hall, but not Lakehurst, Earl, you have unaccompanied troops at Earl, and there's no place to eat. So they're in barracks with very primitive cooking facilities.
They have no feedback at all?
No.
You know, it was so successful in McGuire where it started.
Yeah.
I think the last report I gave last year was the commander actually got transferred, and he's taking that program to the new base going at. And it was started because
MSA Food Warriors.
Yeah.
MSA Food Warriors. We gave $200 last year.
So I mean, I think we got enough money in the kitty and we want to make a motion, we can send them another check.
As a finance officer, there were a few things that went on this year that we didn't spend any money on and we had allocated it for. So in the budget, we do have at least an extra $200. And I make a motion on the floor that we give to the MSA food truck. I'm making a motion that we donate $200 to the MSA group.
So discussion wise, we had a second over here. I'm just gonna say that I'm recommending we do 200 now and consider more later in the year. This isn't just a 1 month. This is a throughout the year thing. This is an issue We all know how much inflation has torn into us all. Well, the young families of the active duty are having real problems. And this is a high cost state.
Motion, we have second. All those in favor for the $200 for Food for Warriors?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passed, $200 for Food for Warriors.
For now.
Write it out and give it to you because you took care of it last year.
Judge Advocate, do you have a report, sir?
No report.
Historian, do you have a report, sir?
Yes, I've been updating the website, and I just need people to input stuff that I can add to the website. You know, if you see something that's wrong, let me know, and I will try to take care of it. Yeah, today's the 18th.
Yeah. It's a work in progress. I think it's getting better. Any other reports, sir? Dennis, anything else?
No.
Thank you, sir. Do we have any committee reports? Harold, sir.
I'd just like to mention, being the APC chairman, I've been getting phone calls from Brian Agel. He's our department APC chairman. Football season's coming up, and you know, and there's a lot of parties going on. And one of the biggest things that he was talking about is the Facebook, especially Facebook. When they have a party, they'll advertise on Facebook, hey, come on down. We're gonna have beer, wines, beer, and food, and all that. That you don't want to mention beer. Do not mention beer. If you're gonna mention beer or liquor, okay, then you gotta put on there members and guests, so they know it's not for the public, okay? Because they will come down, and so he talks about it all the time. Facebook, newspapers, emails. Do not mention that you have beer at your parties, okay? Otherwise, you may get busted. And then you're gonna pay for it.
Unless you get a special event.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate the information. Do we have any other committee reports before this meeting? Bills and correspondence. I haven't received any bills or correspondence. Jim, no bills?
No bills.
Uncover. 10 o'clock ritual. Can we please roll the light?
In hollow fields, the flower grow. Between the courses, row on row. Now mark our place. And in the sky, the lark still bravely singing. Fly, scares, bird, aiming, the guns below. We are the dead. 4 days ago, we lived, fell dawn, saw sunset glow. Loved and were loved. Now we lie in hollow fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe. To you, with the failing hands, we throw the torch. Be yours to hold it high. If you break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep, though flowers grow in hollow fields.
Rest in peace, ye heroes dead. The fight that ye so bravely led, we've taken up, and we will keep true faith with you who sleep with each a cross to mark his bed. And flowers blowing overhead, where once his own lifeblood runs red, so that your sleep be sweet and deep in hallowed fields. Fear not that ye have died for naught. The torch ye threw to us we caught. 10 million hands will hold it high, and freedom's light will never die. We've learned the lesson that ye taught, ye heroes dead.
So shall thou rest, and what if thou withdraw in silence from the living, and no friend take note of thy departure? All that breathe will share thy destiny. The gay will laugh when thou art gone, the solemn brood of care plot on, and each one, as before, will chase his favorite phantom. Yet all these shall leave their birth and their employments, and shall come and make their bed with thee. As the long train of ages glides away, the sons of men, the youth in life's green spring, and he who goes in full strength of years, matron and maid, the speechless babe, and the gray-headed man shall, one by one, be gathered to your side by those who in their turn shall follow them.
Wherefore it behooves us to bear in mind this admonition. So live that when thy summons comes to join the innumerable caravan which moves to that mysterious realm where each shall take his chamber in the silent halls of death, go not like the quarry slave at night, scourged to his dungeon, but sustained and soothed by an unfaltering trust. Approach thy grave like one who wraps the drapery of his couch about him and lies down to pleasant dreams.
Our Heavenly Father, in His infinite wisdom, has transferred the following members to the jurisdictions of Post Everlasting of the American Legion. Post 91, John Withcott. Post 91, Martin Neves. Post 59, Tom Connolly, past commander. May their souls rest in peace, and may each of us take up the torch borne by our departed comrades who have gone to greater glory. May we revere their memory by serving the sick, needy, and by our continued service to our Lord and great nation, and commander of us all, and our community, state, and nation. Amen.
Amen. Cover. Ready, two. Please brighten the lights.
Disco. Yeah, really.
Old business. I do not have any old business. Do we have any old business coming before the meeting? No. New business. Christine.
The Post 450 Son of the American Legion is having its 22nd annual golf outing on September 14th, 2023. We're asking for a $100 donation.
Go to the Legion.
Let's go to the Legion.
Let's go to the Legion?
Yes.
I thought
Legion.
I thought new business was when you spend money, not go to the Legion. Okay. I'll take that back then.
Give me 2 minutes. I'll probably be back to you.
Okay.
Let's not hand up over here.
Anybody else new business? Norris, sir?
Yes, I'd just like to bring awareness to all the commanders and adjutants. We're working on a Wi-Fi network for the whole county, for all the Legion and VFW posts. This week I sent out, based on an old roster or an email address, a letter, a cover letter, and a questionnaire. If anyone hasn't received it, Because all we're doing is gathering information, whether you have cable, whether you have BIOS, whether you have a telephone line at your post, so that we can figure out what posts need what kind of communication to hook up to get into this Wi-Fi network that we're developing. Come and see me afterwards, or get my email address and send me your email so I can send you the flyer and questionnaire. We're gathering information as to who has and who doesn't, and who needs it and who would like to be part of this connecting network of all of the posts. We're working right now only Morris County. Once we have Morris County resolved, then we're going to present it to the state so that the whole state can be connected at any time, at any place with each other for any meeting that we want to have going forward in the future. So we do have, through Dominic, a Facebook connection. We have the Wi-Fi and the county page that we're working on, but this is a supplement to that, so that we have a redundancy of communication and awareness. Eventually, it'll work where we can have Zoom or technical meetings that the state uses, because they use a Microsoft system. So it's a question of who wants to be part of the new wave going forward, because we need to know it, just like I had to learn how to type when I was a youth. And we look forward to everyone's assistance. If there's questions, please let me know. We'll go over it. Thank you.
Thank you, Norris.
I think,
New business?
convention. Vice Mayor Michaels, convention.
I was gonna bring it up under,
Any other new business coming for this committee? All right. This is gonna be a busy one. Go to the Legion. Say resume, please.
Golf County.
Golf out.
Yeah, well, what we're asking for is the county to make $100 donation to sponsorship. That's why I thought this was under new business.
No, it's still good with me.
So we're asking for $100 donation. The county's done this in the past to help support our golf outing for the SAL.
We make individual donations, do you guarantee hole in one?
What? If you play.
You can get a hole in one for the person on.
So, motion on the floor, support post 450s golf outing, $100. Motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Commander, I don't know where this comes up, but gentlemen, did anybody get an email last month with my name on it, stating that there was a veteran? Latias? All right. It was a scam. I was aware of it immediately. I contacted the commander and asked him to send out a blast to let everybody know, but I know some people did open it. I immediately started checking our checking account and our savings account to make sure that no money was taken out, because one time we did have a problem with that. We did have $1,000 taken out, but I found out where it was and we got it back. Did anybody get caught with a $1,500?
Got that email, but
So it cost you $1,500?
No.
Oh, okay. Yes. Just letting you know, it had nothing to do with me. I don't do emails.
Nice try.
Believe me, Tom.
Computed.
There goes Andrew.
Sir.
What money was it, would like to make a donation to the end of the project, $1,000.
Nope, that's asked.
Yes, you know what?
I got it.
Wait a minute.
Photo finish.
Thank you. Post 91.
That's the power.
I have a bunch for, go to the Legion. I'm gonna start with Save the date, the National POW MIA 24-hour vigil is coming up at Turkey Brook Park for the All Veterans Memorial. It is the 15th and 16th of September, so it starts 4 p.m. on the 15th. It ends 4 p.m. on the 16th. I have up here the list of time slots that are available. For this, you'll be reading the names of POW MIAs from New Jersey. You can give a short speech. I think counties will be there Friday night. My post will be there on Saturday. We reserved a spot. So I'll have this information. I think it already went out in an email. It was included with the time of this meeting. So there's a lot of slots to sign up for. It'd be nice to see a good turnout from Morris County since this memorial is in Morris County.
So, what's the date again?
September 15 and 16. So it starts at 4 p.m. on the 15th.
Yeah.
And then ends at 4 p.m. on the 16th.
National POW.
Now with that, hang on, I gotta open the phone because the computer isn't listening.
It's also on the county webpage, all the information.
Excellent.
And
So
if you email me, I can put you down for whatever time slot you want.
I have a copy up here if you want to see it. Fortunately, that one falls before the department one. So Sons of the American Legion Detachment of New Jersey has theirs on the 16th at 7 p.m. And that goes till 7 a.m. the next day. And that one's in Seaside Heights. We'll be putting that out. Same type of event, just shorter. And that one is the SAL for the department. And again, that's September 16th at 7 p.m. And that ends at 7 a.m. on the 17th at Seaside Heights. Let me change the page here. Hang on. That's my tires. Saturday, September 23rd at Coach 342 in Chester. There's going to be a membership workshop that's being run by Alice Marples. He's a membership genius. He got Sussex County from the bottom to the top. If you want to know about My Legion, how to get more members, he's the man to work with. That would be at Post 342 on the 23rd of September at 9 o'clock. 0900 to 12 will be the workshop. Bagels and coffee from 8 to 9. We're going to get that on the county website. I'll make sure to get an email out with all these dates. That's going to be a great event. If you really want to know about leadership in My Legion, it's a great time to get together and figure that out because he has a lot of good information.
The next day is thank you.
And the next day, thank you. Good girl. You see me skimming through my calendar.
Yeah, I sent that to you.
Yeah, first pancake breakfast is, should know where my own stuff is. The 24th. It is. You just want pancakes. Post 342 the next morning. Sleep over. You can have pancakes the next morning. Our first breakfast of the year. Very exciting. 0730. I think it's still $9. I should know that. But come on down. I always like seeing representation from other posts in the county. A great event. We're ready to kick it off for the year. Also, since I'm pushing my own post, we're having a raffle. It's a $2,000 vacation trip. Our Legion riders are running it. It's $25 a ticket. I'll have the flyer up here, and we'll get it on our website, and it's on Facebook. There's a Venmo you can click.
Backtrack for a second on your pancake breakfast from 0730 to what time?
11:30.
11:30.
If
Thank
you're
you.
really hungry, I'll stay late, or my kids will stay late. They need to work.
Thank you.
And don't forget the PACT Act information that Julio put out. Tremendously important coming up. I'm just making sure I got everything. Bruce, sir.
Yes, I have a few things. First, for convention next year, you stayed at the Hotel Armada down in Wildwood Crest, or would be interested in going. We only have about 18 or 19 rooms being made available to us, which if you went this year, we had filled up all those rooms. I have to get a list going. I'll be working on that over the next couple of months. They want a final list by mid-January. So think about it, if you're interested, or if you want this year, you have priority of a room for this coming year. I'll be putting out more information on that over the coming months, but it's going to be pushed up. Usually I'm only starting to talk about it in January. This year I have to have them a final list. Secondly, Saturday, September 16th, my post Parsippany is having a picnic. Cost is $25 per person. Children under 10 are free. Beer, wine, soft drinks, plenty of food, and I believe we're getting live entertainment, a live band or somebody singing. It's going to be at Lenny Lenny Park, which is right alongside the Knoll East course. So for those that play golf, if you want to come play around the golf at the Knoll, we're just up right across the street to the picnic come the afternoon.
What's the date? What's the date again?
Saturday, September 16th. It starts at 12 noon and runs until 5 p.m. If you're interested, we're running a 50-50. I have 50-50 tickets with me here tonight. They are $5 a ticket. If anybody's interested, you do not have to be attending to buy a 50-50 ticket. If you end up being the winner, we will call you right then and there. So you don't have to be at the picnic. That's all I have.
Thank you, sir.
Can I ask you a quick, what's the dates for the Legion convention next year?
Convention next year is
12 through 15.
12 through 15.
Because I heard that they're changing dates to VFW because that country western thing down there.
Yeah.
I think everybody got moved around to try and not be there.
Yeah,
We didn't get really around. This is the normal rotation.
It's the way it fell this year.
Yeah.
And it falls with a Sunday. Almost everybody that's involved in the Boys State will be there.
Not sure if everybody knows about this, it doesn't, but there's a law in New Jersey passed in 2018 that says that any veterans organization has to get the cheapest electric rate that's available. Your electric company must give you the cheapest rate. So if you're paying commercial rates right now, which you probably are, you get homeowner rate for it. It's considerably less than what you're paying. There's a form you have to fill out and send to your electric company. And we saved about $300 a month by them discounting our electric bill down to what it is.
Yeah.
We're currently putting in solar power. We have solar panels on the back section of our property, goes live this coming week. And we anticipate saving another $100 to $200 there. So our electric bill considerably less expensive. But even if you don't do the solar, look into what it costs for your electric bill. We went from $750 to $450 a month.
Where'd you get that form on?
I'll give it to Dave. David send it to everybody, but there's it's a bill. I have the form, but I don't have it tonight. Wow. It's a relatively simple form to fill out. Just have to prove with your
I get the form, of course.
and the W-9 form that you're a veterans organization.
He told us about it and we got it. And we were paying half the price. We used to pay like $900, now we're like $450.
This is also true for gas and gas and water.
Really? Oh.
It will be, if you're paying for water. Some folks don't pay for water because
We do now, we never used to.
But don't do this. Don't try to do this with cable though. I can explain it if you want, but this is not a good idea with cable. You'll get sued. For royalties. People in a bar watching a game, the different TV networks and people who own the digital rights will come after you. There's a reason why you want business rates on your cable. But the other utilities absolutely do it. And it's under a rule, comes under the BPU, Board of Public Utilities. New Jersey BPU.
We'll get that information from us, we'll get it out to all the folks.
Get it to me and we'll put it on the county webpage.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to see what the solar power system looks like, if they don't know, don't know.
I got a picture of it too.
Thank you, Russ, appreciate it. Where are we at? We're still good to the region?
Yes.
Yes.
For that. Oh, go ahead, I'm sorry.
I've got something.
The word tables.
We've got an announcement, that's actually good news for a change. My employer, we did a new construction build out in our offices in Mount Arlington. I work for Kongsberg Defense. It's a Norwegian defense contractor that makes the Naval Strike Missile and the Crow's common remotely operated weapon system that you see on a lot of tracked and wheeled vehicles. As part of the build out, we're getting rid of some conference tables in our second and larger conference room. They're not ready to go yet because we have to acquire the new conference tables to replace them. But our site director has announced that they're willing to donate those tables to a charity. So I immediately spoke up on behalf of Morris County American Legion. My own Post 344 has declined those tables. So I'm opening up to the rest of the county. I know their conference tables, if you look at those side tables over there, they're probably 1.5 times the length of each one of those. But if you didn't necessarily need them as conference tables and wanted to use them as side tables, much like that, they're not foldable and storable like that, but they're very sturdily built. And all you would have to do is come and take them away and provide my employer with a charitable donation receipt. And I'll be more than happy to stay in touch with any of you who are interested. You can take one or you can take both. You'd have to come and get them. I'll arrange for the logistics for that. But once we get our replacement tables, those tables are up for grabs for free. So if you need something like that, all you have to do is provide the sweat equity and come and get them and provide transportation and removal. That's all I have.
Thank you, sir.
Go ahead. I could have brought this up earlier. Morris County, many of you know, hosted the National Commander for June 18th, I believe, Monday of that week. And 19th, okay. And we've received, since the last meeting, we received word back along with special awards, prizes, whatever, for a few people. They really, really, really appreciated it. National Commander personally really enjoyed what he saw in Morristown, his Be the One visit, a buddy check visit to Commander Langford, and the visit to Post 342, and the visit to Turkey Brook Park. We really kind of knocked this one out of the park. So I want to commend everybody from the county that was involved. And if you weren't involved, just so you know, we really outdid ourselves on that one. It really was a good time. So if you have my thanks for making Morris County look good. And Post 342 got a signed autographed picture and a personal gift for Commander Marciano.
Very good event. Thank you to those who helped get it going. Past County Commander Dresner, I knew did a lot with the paperwork, a lot of pushing.
And he didn't get a present, but oh, you did? Okay.
Picture of the National Commander.
Okay, I did not know you got one as well.
Put it in my bathroom.
and just be forewarned, we expect the next National Commander, the incoming, to visit us the week of convention, Department Convention next year. So he will probably visit with us in Wildwood, among other things.
Just a follow-up. Because of the morning we had at the Washington headquarters, the National Commander put our DA Center on the agenda for the national headquarters programs and the state government. I'd like to know if we can follow up and see how that went, because our VA center is now backed by the American Legion of our organization and the national headquarters with all its legislative power in Washington.
I talk to those people pretty often. So they are backing it. They've been backing it. We're part of an expansion that they're trying to do for quite a while. When there's news, I will get it to you. But right now, the less about the specific location, more about can we do it. The leader for that legislatively is a guy, a retired Marine Master Gunnery Sergeant named Mario Marquez. And I hope to see him in Charlotte.
Thank you.
Anything else for good of the Legion? Once, twice, not. Post 91, thank you so much. Awesome job tonight. Thank you for your donation to the Commander's Project. And they were gracious enough to return the funds given to them for the food tonight, which was excellent. So thank you very much for helping. Upcoming events, I think we kind of somehow threw that into good of the Legion.
Next meeting. I don't think we have a post.
Not listed.
Yeah, it's gonna be at 4/23.
Is it next month?
No.
Okay.
It's not on the calendar. Sorry.
It's gonna be
4/23, Mike?
on the 25th.
On the 25th.
Oh, let me get this. I'm sorry. Let me get this. September 22nd.
Thank you.
No,
22nd.
22nd of September, 7 p.m. Whatever. It is.
I'll post 4/23.
4/23.
It's the 16th. It's not the third Friday. Friday is
Yeah, but we got the memorial at Bud Lake on the 16th, so it has to be the following week, 22nd.
But Friday night is the 15th.
Yeah,
That's when we're doing the.
UWMIA vigil.
Okay.
But it's also the national.
Good. We're gonna make sure it's out on the site so we all know. Any other upcoming events? No golf?
I'm playing tomorrow. You're that Tom, I'm playing tomorrow.
You are.
9:50 tickets in it. Because when I came in tonight, I seen on the door over there, they have an in-house shuffleboard. Yes. Right? We have a North Jersey shuffleboard league here in Morris County. Right? We've had as many as 8 teams. Last year we had 7 teams, which 2 out of Whitney Legion, 2 out of Lincoln Park Legion. The Stumble Inn had 3 teams. We're looking for another team or even 2 teams, as many as we can get, really. It's on a Monday night, and sometimes we go to Tuesday night if we have 8 teams. And it's a 4-man team. I know it's nice everybody to come here, but you also got to go there. So you got to travel. So we're looking for a team. We want your big business on a Monday night, which is usually dead. My boss is dead.
420.
Right now, come shuffleboard starting in September. Let's hold through all winter until next April. And there's awards, prizes, and all that. And it brings people there. They know there's a shuffleboard league thing going on tonight. People come in and watch and you get business. It's a 4-man team. You get something, you can have subs. And we're looking for a team. We started in September. So if you're interested, just get a hold of me. I'll see you. Yeah, Tom is one of the guys that plays on our team. Thanks, sir.
My name is Louis Rivera. I'm past commander of Post 91 American Legion. I just need a little clarification on what Mr. Tibbetts had said before. We are a public license, and he mentioned that we could not have mentioned beer. How's that work for us?
Public license, they don't have that restriction.
Yeah, thank you. I just wanted to clarify that.
Yep.
You're in the state.
Yeah, thank you.
You're the only public license.
Thank you very much.
All right, go to the Legion. We're good. Great meeting. We had more than 50% of the posts at this meeting tonight. Which was pretty good. We had 12 posts represented. So good meeting, a great turnout. Thank you. I hope we get up to like 15, 16 posts by the end of the year. Is there any further business come before this meeting? The chaplain will offer a prayer.
Oh, Heavenly Father,
Ding, ding, ding.
we deem this a fitting time to pay our respects to our departed comrades. As we stand with bowed heads in reverence to them, let us remember the good deeds they accomplished. Let us revere them as good soldiers who fought the good fight and a just cause. Let us silently pray for peace, the peace that passes all understanding. And let us in mind and soul consecrate our hearts and lives to the real America, the land of the free and the home of the brave, the America worth fighting for. As we stand in silence to our departed comrades, may we sincerely say, may their souls rest in peace. Let us also remember the POWs and MIAs still unaccounted for from all world wars and conflicts. Amen.
Covered. So we meet again. Let us remember that our obligation can only be fulfilled by the faithful performance of all duties of citizenship. Let service to the community, state, and nation be the main objective of the American Legion and its members. Let us be ever watchful of the honor of the country, our organization, and ourselves, that nothing shall swerve us from the path of justice, freedom, and democracy. And salute. 2. I now declare this meeting of the Morris County Committee, the American Legion Department of New Jersey, adjourned.
Christina, was that 2 rings or one? One?
I get come on.
Well, he missed the 3 rings.
Missed the 3.
And so he missed a couple of rings, but
You're getting from your fellow post president.
I don't. Yeah.
That's for the minutes. Oh, okay.
All right. That's right. Everyone.